All right, we'll call a planning commission meeting to order. Verification, open meeting law.
Yeah, it was posted at our door and on our website last Thursday, actually, or Wednesday.
Roll call.
Jazinski, Karolfi, Borgman, Garten,
Yep.
Larry Schultz.
Yep.
Dick Schultz, Ethan Parent.
Okay, everyone's got their minutes in front of them. Approval for April 8th was the last time the board met.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes as recorded.
Motion,
Second.
second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, good. Discussion of possible recommendations for variance request for a pool in the front yard of 207 North Spring Street.
Well, I got a call from, is Christy? Krista, I apologize. Sorry. A couple weeks ago about a pool in their front yard. Of course, they have a corner lot, which technically gives them two front yards. And so the issue was that by ordinance, a pool is only allowed in a backyard or a side yard, not in a front yard. So that's why we're here to look at the potential for a variance. The other issues that, the only other issue that we talked about with them was for the potential for a fence, but they had elected to get a cover for it. And our ordinance and most insurance companies make allowances for covers for pools as opposed to fences. So if you can secure it with a cover, and then you don't need to put a fence around it.
Why is that?
It's a safety thing. They want to make sure that nobody accidentally falls into the pool. So usually the fence is there to keep people out of the pool area. But if a cover can be used instead, that's a good option. I don't know what they cost compared to a fence. I imagine there's,
Fence that we were looking at is relatively cheap and still $300, and the pool cover right around 100,
sure.
150.
And the issue with the fence, of course, is that there would still be an ordinance issue with a fence in the front yard like that.
Especially on a corner lot.
Yeah, because normally a fence would be limited to height and then setback requirements, just like the pool.
The curb.
The pool is really, yep. I don't have the drawing here up on the board, but basically originally they were looking at a round pool. And we're gonna cite it about where we've got it crossed out there on the map.
Available space. You found a pool that was rectangular,
So it's not
12 feet wide,
Yeah, okay,
24 long.
so it doesn't go so
Try
far.
to keep it closer to the house.
sure,
There's 29 feet of room between the house and the curb itself.
okay. Yeah, I had measured 27 feet on the GIS. I didn't go out there and measure it by hand. With approximately, I guess I have 12 and 13. So I'm not-
You have 12 and 13 on.
I see what I had, yeah, 25 feet. What did you say, 29? 29, yep,
That's from my foundation to the actual curb.
sure, okay. So there's probably 13 to 15 feet from the house to the property line. And normally we don't recommend or allow people to build anything inside of the right-of-way line.
Which is,
That's that clouded area.
Cloudy area.
Yep, so this would be the property line.
okay.
The stuff that they're tearing up right now when they're putting all the stuff on the ground.
Yeah. Sean and I went out and looked at it from a traffic perspective. Again, because of the corner lot, the issue is, does it obscure visibility around the corner when people are pulling up on Spring Street and then crossing, is it Mill?
Correct.
If they can see, cars coming. There is a yield sign at the corner of Spring and Mill. So people do slow down, in theory at least. For the yield sign there, before entering the intersection, so.
You still have 25 foot from the corner to the,
And then there's still a 25-foot setback
Be
from the corner,
be 28 feet with this new dimensions.
just to make sure that, yeah, nothing is happening in that immediate area by the intersection.
So you can see around it.
Yeah. So it doesn't give them a lot of space. It is probably just enough to get it in between the property line and the house. Especially with the rectangular pool as opposed to the round.
It's gonna be a rigid or it's gonna be like a
Let's take down.
take down
It's one of
seasonal.
those that they say that you can leave half full, but I don't want to.
So on the like
It's an
the
Intex.
Intex, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. I couldn't remember the brand.
Yep.
Those that kind of have like the self-supporting sides.
Mm-hmm.
Couple poles every 4 feet.
Plastic ones. The side they say is steel, but I don't know how that's steel, but it's an Intex brand.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of, but yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know if it has a bearing on it or not, but how old are the children that are gonna be in this thing?
18 down to 9.
Pardon me?
18 down to 9. And the neighborhood children already know only when we invite. They can't come to us and just say, can we swim in your pool? So there won't be a lot of chaos during weekdays. It'll just be pretty much our kids. I don't like to have a free for all. Hey, you got a free pool. Like children, they love mine, but only to a certain point, guys. At the end of the day, it's like I'm done with children.
And we had a neighborhood trampoline in our yard for a lot of years.
So you know exactly why I say that. It's like,
Yeah.
we invite over, it's fine.
So it's gonna come, I'm sorry, go ahead, Dick.
I don't know, I was just gonna say on an average, if there was kids out there, how many would be there? 2, 4, 6, 8?
2 to 6,
8 on a very rare occasion.
you know, our kids have 2 friends. Always get close to home.
I guess my concern is that one of the concerns is that without any, kids are kids, as we all know. And without supervision, pretty soon a ball goes across the street or something out of the pool, who's going after that ball?
I guess that happens already. Or-
You know, there's possibility of somebody getting injured unintentionally, the risk is there to my part. I don't know, I haven't,
So.
That's just-
Kids in the traffic. Sometimes people are driving way too fast.
So it's not gonna be up year round, you know, it's just gonna be a seasonal, that's all. Yeah, summer, so.
Yeah, some.
so is there gonna be adult supervision there at all times or just?
Yes. The children will be allowed if the parents are.
Pardon me?
The kids will be allowed if adults are.
How big is their lot?
It's 60 feet wide,
Yeah.
100 feet deep. Of course, you know, the issue is that in addition to the corner lot, you know, their garage takes up pretty much all of what would be their backyard. So, this is,
And there's not a better place to,
In the fence, we had it, but it was only a 10-foot pool and it only goes up to your knees. We tried keeping it inside.
you had it in here?
Yep,
Oh,
They
okay.
had much smaller.
and the dogs destroyed it every year because they thought they could go into it too.
Yeah.
And it's still on the D side too, it's not, I mean, they're asking on the D side, so.
On the what?
Sorry, the D side,
It's the D side.
A, B, C, D.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I got you.
You know, so it's on a I mean, it is on the less traveled road there
Hill
is.
Street side.
I mean, there's a dead end road coming off the back.
There's a lot of basketball hoops on the roads and everything too, so there's already no traffic with children. I mean, there's a family of 10 right across the road from us. There's a You know, there's kids up and down the road on their bikes all the time.
Girl on her scooter.
Yeah, it's a dead end road.
The dead ends here,
Did
You know, dead ends by,
kind of a loop here.
is that Ponderosa?
Yeah, dead ends at Ponderosa.
Ponderosa, yeah.
Scooter that we picked up some
Kind of
rest
loops.
of those. I should-
Yeah, there's not a lot of traffic on that road.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like
Spring Street.
concerned because there was no light on it.
Traffic.
And I was like,
Doesn't have much.
What if nobody sees that person and they're having a good time? That was my concern. I was like, oh my gosh, right after that, yeah. Yeah, having a good time. It's 5 after 10:30, so I was like, perfect. It's fun. More of the weekend, gotta let people have some.
Yeah, I guess being where it is and everything said, it's a dead, I mean, it's a dead end street there. I don't see how else you can put it there. It's still, want to make sure you can still use your property. So
And you did-
I don't know where else you could put it there to make that work.
No. I guess the fact that it's a above ground and seasonal. You would have tend to be a little more,
You said we have the meter, the curb stops or
I
the vehicles get located, Will, you said?
would have to look, because you do have a curb stop on that side of the house, I believe.
Yeah,
Is it gonna be away from that? Do you know where your curb stop is
I
there?
do, that's about 3 feet off the curb.
Okay, as long as we're, I mean,
That was that red mark, I think that's like
No,
clearing.
it's the blue.
The blue.
you'll have a blue spot.
It's gonna be on the outside, so.
Yeah,
or
As long as it
whatever.
doesn't cover the.
I don't pay my water bill.
yeah, it's
That's the only thing I was, that's my only concern was the curb stop,
curb stops north of the property.
just so we're able to, if it needed to.
it's north.
Should be in the gray area.
Okay.
And you are trying to work together, I see, at least making a rectangle, so you don't have it sticking as
Yeah.
far.
Space we have.
And being away from their lot line enough to keep in, I think it was a 7-foot regulation.
7.5 feet from the lot line.
I think we had like 9 feet over, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, it should fit in there.
Since you are both here, I'll give you a copy of this map. You guys can look at this and if you guys want to ever address the issue of where exactly the property lines are. This was something that comes up quite a bit in the plat of Irene, in this section of town. These lines that are presented by the county's GIS are close. They might not be exact,
I was just gonna ask that.
but they're pretty close. And so you might have a lot line issue here that you would want to address. Maybe,
Find your pin.
yeah.
So are we measuring from that actual lot line or the one that they've that's been established for
Yeah.
50 years?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That's fine.
or is this a neighbor?
Well, that would,
It should be a
Yeah.
pin in the ground that you should be able to find.
well,
That's an old part of.
there's no pins there.
There's nothing there.
I think they remarked that.
I mean, there's so much junk underneath everything there. You couldn't find it if it was there.
You're the next house to the west, is that correct?
Yeah, we're right next.
Next door, okay.
Yeah, that line is right outside of my house.
I'll show it.
It's.
You own part of his house?
Yeah. Well, that's up in that one's up in here, but.
Yeah, the neighbor's garage and
Yeah, the neighbor's garage.
This is Terry's garage,
My garage is on the next lot,
right?
so I'd like to know how in the world they.
I don't know if Robert Moore has gotten Vreeland to come here yet, but especially in the town of Irene, he's just on the east edge of the plat of Irene, I mean. And he's actually getting Vreeland Associates to come into town to do a number of plats. And the more people they got to come and, to do that work, the cheaper it got for individuals.
Then even if you go further west, apparently you have a house split right down the middle, just
Yeah.
about.
This is a garage, this is Terry's garage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then they'd have to.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah,
Oh,
And the next house down,
is,
they're practically on the
Yeah.
road now.
yeah,
and
Look at that.
yeah.
yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with the fact that, probably the road wasn't centered when the plat was developed, maybe, I don't know why, it happened, 100 years ago. But the road definitely isn't centered, so if these people were measuring off the road, thinking that put them at a good spot, that could have been part of the problem.
Anyway,
Then it goes on from there. I mean,
It goes on.
it's on all over.
what's that whole side of town?
All sides of town.
So this is my lot and this is the 5 feet that I had to buy from my neighbors. That's why this bumps out like this, because it used to bisect my garage. And then this is the 5 feet that I bought from my other neighbors because it bisected my driveway. Here's the community trampoline. But I mean, this plat is a little messy, you know, these lines are probably, you know, these ones are okay probably, or at least compared to where the houses are, but definitely in this area, they get really close to these buildings. Might be something that you want to think about addressing at some point in the future.
Until just the other day.
Yeah.
Mentioned. No one's ever said anything.
Is-
Never.
is
50
there-
Be good neighbors.
52 years.
I was gonna say, I don't plan on it, have fun.
Isn't there a law, it's been so many years that been established as that was the line, that's the line.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't, everybody thinks so, but not really.
So if a person had a bone to pick, he could actually
push.
go to court and
Yeah.
make them,
Mhm.
make them tear it
Make
apart.
us, yeah, make a big stink out
I
of it.
mean, it could be, yeah.
I mean, I put off improving my driveway for 15 years because my neighbor wouldn't sell the 5 feet. I didn't want to I didn't want to move the driveway.
Sure.
So I'm like, well, I'll just hold out. And eventually they moved away. And just before they moved, they agreed to sell me the 5 feet. So then, you know, eventually it got sorted. But
Wow.
it took a while.
Yeah, I guess for what we're here for, I don't see a problem with it, being that it's a seasonal pool, it's got a cover. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. You guys are gonna have a hell of a time. I think you're gonna have more kids than you think, but that's not for me to say. It's not my house.
Concern.
Walking by.
Yeah.
No.
It only takes one accident.
Well, that's a concern with any pool,
Right.
anywhere,
Right.
you know,
I guess-
I guess,
And it's big enough, if you got enough room to expand around it, but when you're still in a
Yeah.
confined area.
I mean, I would prefer to see a fence around it myself for safety issues.
Maybe a fence would be better.
There is a see-through fence option where it doesn't present, it's $165, it's 4 foot tall, it's completely see-through. And it's
It's like
literally,
rods every.
you rod, you put it in,
4
and then you can
foot.
take it right back out each season.
Sure.
What's the height of that?
4 foot, at 52 inches, but 48 foot fill, or 48 inch fill. 52 inches tall, but it's 48 inches
You said the 48 had.
at the fill.
Hopefully we can see over it when we got out.
Yeah, I guess if Terry or Bonnie had anything they wanted to say about it.
I'm still a little bit cloudy on where and how close to that line it's gonna be. How far over is it gonna be from the line here?
They would have to be at least 7.5 feet away from
The lot.
a line. And if that's, you know, if this is, if
12
this,
foot wide by 20 foot. So it'll go up to our.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yep.
I believe that's it. Is this your? Yeah. Chris, is this your sketching here
yeah,
with the 7.5 and 27?
Yeah.
Okay. It right here is a lot, like, right down the middle of their.
And it's hard to find a circular one that's
You're supposed to have 7.5
narrow,
feet.
so that's why we opted out of the circular one. So we couldn't find.
what were the dimensions of it again?
Here, I got it right here, Chris.
Initially get it decided, then all.
There's the pool, if you want to show it to Dick and Larry.
Yeah,
Chris.
well,
Yeah, just 1 second, I wanted to measure
the
this out.
edge of it being,
And kids aren't causing
Season,
problems either.
but they take it down.
Pools, keep them.
but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, right there roughly.
You're right.
You just don't.
So that would basically be the size of
The
the.
size.
There, we actually have,
Incident.
We have to hug the lot line to the west, can we push it more to the east,
That's a,
or is that a concern because of the
that's a thing
intersection?
that.
it's gotta be.
Yeah, so
Have-
the intersection, you know,
Yeah.
there's another ordinance that says you're not supposed to build anything within 25 feet
So you're,
of the corner.
you could shift it that way a little bit, but.
In that area between the house and is that the garage to the south? That area there, that's not large enough for a pool, or you said you already had,
It's very uneven. We keep dogs there now.
It's like 10
And
foot.
we had a couple of small pools there and
The dogs.
they ended up wrecking up more of the ponds.
They think they can jump into them and buy them themselves.
That's the pool we're looking for.
yeah,
I don't know if you can see it from over here.
yeah.
Well, I guess the other concern would be, does it come to an issue where we all want pets, but you want a pet or a pool? I mean, if it continues to damage the pool, which one is priority?
It's hard to say because the pet's part of your family.
Yeah.
You have the kids.
And they
I got-
cause more problems than the neighbor, but if you don't.
I got pets at home too, but it's got,
Torn.
So you're saying that the pool that you've selected would not fit in that area
No,
to the south
That
of
would be a
you,
good pool, would not fit very well.
that one?
No, I would have to.
And you could make a compromise on that, or?
Probably could fit it in there, but it's gonna get it all. Ground.
we'd have no yard at all, and it would be right up to our back.
Yeah.
It'd be the indoor entrance.
It'd be
door.
from-
Be on your door.
You guys wanna walk through a pool? Not really.
No. Why?
I mean, if you think about it, nowadays kids get into trouble because they aren't occupied. So we're trying to give our kids something good to do. I mean,
We're bored, we're poor.
and we're always home. The only time we're not home is when we're working. And we can't be discredited for that. The kids know what our rules are. They all know how to swim. The parents already know if they come over, they have to sign a waiver. And that they know how to swim, that their kids know how to swim. Otherwise, they can't even enter the pool.
That,
And they have to have life jackets too.
that still scares me with liability, even though they sign a waiver, that any lawyer worth his weight in can take that apart.
That could be any pool sponsor that sir.
Yeah, no, you're right, exactly right.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to give the
Yeah.
kids something because they've been on my butt for a week and a half, 2 weeks. Please,
What is your insurance?
as long as we have a cover on pool.
Cover or fence.
Yeah, I think our ordinance was written to accommodate either.
Cover has to carry so much.
250 pounds is what our ordinance says. I don't know what your insurance company might have said.
Specific information from them, but
So they're not unlike they probably end up being defensive. They don't have a hard side for those. Not for
that
the
type of.
text.
Sure.
It's only for the permanent.
Yep, okay.
So then we'd be back to the needing to have that see-through fence.
Does the fence mount to the,
Right to the ground, 8 inches
Just
down.
okay,
And it doesn't.
just around the
It's
fence?
a temporary
Mhm.
fence. You drive a steel pin every 4 feet and then.
Yep.
There's like a lattice type fence that hangs from it. There's 4-inch bars, or bars 4 inches apart vertically
Sure.
all the way through.
I just meant it doesn't mount to the pool.
No.
The pool.
Yeah.
Because those have to be permanent pools to have those fences above it, because I tried looking at that too, and there's no way to.
Sure.
Kids are just.
you think, Jeremy?
It's their house.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand all the concerns from everybody, their voice, but it's still their house. I mean, as long as it's following the ordinance we have, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay because it's
I can't-
it's a temporary item.
Yeah,
off, though.
I can't fix stupid. I can't fix people. I try to fix stupid all the time. It just hurts my head.
Yeah, I just don't want to be opening up a can of worms here. You know, that's my concern.
So
because
one.
About, you know, we've all gone through that where,
Oh, yeah.
you know, you give somebody a grace and then pretty soon, you know, I want this on this side of the house and this on the other side of the house, and then you got
So,
you know,
Where you come from.
But they're trying to use up every single bit of their lot they have.
just like,
I mean, that's the only thing. They already have a, I mean,
Be a different story if there was a backyard.
yeah, they don't have the only thing is I see they're trying to make something worthwhile for what they have for what they have for room.
It's wrong.
I guess the only thing, maybe the only thing that's working in their favor, as far as I'm concerned, is the fact that they are on a
Dead end street,
less used route,
almost a dead end street.
you know?
Bill's, yeah, you got one more block and it's a dead.
Yeah, so I mean, that, if there were higher traffic flow, I would definitely not.
And then they'll have all the residents of Ponderosa be wandering over
You'll have to have a fence.
there. All right,
Want to make a motion?
someone looking for,
Yes. My concern too is, well, dot all the i's, cross all the t's, and think you got everything covered, but there's always that possibility.
yeah, we can only do so much I think you only can do so much to blunt the stupid. And if and when stupid shows up, that it always does. All we can do is try to abide by our ordinances we have and try to accommodate everybody as best we can, as long as we, follow what we have.
And you could, if you wanted to approve it, with
Well, what's proving it's a recommendation.
recommend it to the board for approval with conditions, assuming that there isn't, that no traffic issues develop or, safety issues occur, where if a kid were to get hurt or if there was a close call or there was a complaint by a driver because they can't see or something like that, then
Well, so like with anything we do, it's always, it gets addressed down the road, the same as, noxious weeds or anything else that we have ordinances for that.
I just mean to say that when you issue the variance, you're saying, okay, you have permission to build it, but you could tie that to
Yeah, and that would be up to it's gonna be
up
up
to the board.
It's gonna be up to the board.
I don't know, I understand where you're coming from, and I feel for you, but I just, is that one case, something happening, then everybody's, and it's really a problem. So at this point, much as I'd like to be in favor of it, I can't be, I'm not.
Right on you, Larry, or?
Yeah, what's your opinion, Larry?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Dick there. I don't, like I said, if they could have it in a different, that southern location, I would be more apt to agree with that, but in this location, I still think to where the location where it is, you got, it's still gonna be an obstruction, for people going going down a road. So
They're going to Steve, two complaints. We'll see, and that's a safety concern.
It's not a chance of something, only takes one thing, I just.
Are you concerned about the accidents there or the vehicles, or where do you?
Well, I mean, I know there isn't probably a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
I'd be like telling the neighbors to take their kids off the street.
We're in the area we live in, has got more traffic, of course, than what they're having over there. But there's some days I'd like to call Sean down there and sit out there with your radar gun, see how fast them cars are going by on that 25 mile an hour speed limit on that street. Coming off the curve, going east and west. It's like a racetrack.
But we're over here, though. I understand what you mean, Larry, I do, but.
I don't know, it just.
so what all do you have in that area south of the house?
Basically a fenced-in area for our pets. And patch a lawn, sidewalk. Dog houses.
It's in there.
Is this that covered area for the pets?
That was originally part of the garage. Yeah. So there's a cement slab underneath that. So I removed 8 feet of the main garage. And
Oh.
framed a lean-to off that side. So that's all open face, all the walls are open. And there's a foundation slab underneath it.
Sure. Okay.
Well, does it make sense that, you know, that the board takes the recommendation of the planning commission? If we turn that over to the board with the recommendation the way we set here right now. Are they're gonna do what they're gonna do, what they wanna do anyway, correct?
Yep.
So I mean, let the. You know, and we're missing 3 people here tonight, 3 voters that could make a decision here as well.
Yeah, we're a stalemate right now.
Yeah, so I mean, what,
You wanna just send it to the full board and let them make the decision?
that'd be my recommendation. We've got more faces and voices and more opinions. I mean, we're just a recommendation.
We are, and it always does go to the board after us, so.
Yeah, and it's gonna be their decision anyway, so
Right.
I would. I mean, I can understand their feelings, but I can also understand the comments that we're making where we are as well. I certainly, the chances of something happening are, I hope small to nothing, but slim, but there's always that one thing. And then we're gonna sit here and say, well, should we have talked about it some more? What would be the other decisions to make? And,
So Al sits on the board. He is also a member of the planning commission. So that's one voice that won't be here tonight, but will be at the board meeting.
Is that something we have to do?
It's always better. I always tell people it's best because you're going to represent yourself better than anyone else can.
Absolutely.
So Travis, I'll keep my mouth shut a little bit.
You're fine.
well, Jeremy's sitting here listening to all the comments. Someday
Jeremy's on the board as well.
Jeremy's on there, so he can
Yep.
pass along the comments of the
Mm-hmm.
people.
Yeah. So I guess
You want to
make a motion to
Make that a
pass it to the full board.
Yeah.
For action.
yes,
No decision at the planning commission.
yeah.
Big rats, I guess, either way.
June
It'd
8th.
be, yeah, I say, I have to think about it. Normally you don't get there for.
Early one this month.
Okay.
Recommend this does not mean that it won't go through.
Right.
You know, it goes to the full board and then they make the ultimate decision. Exactly, exactly. And they'll bring up the same concerns that we had here, you know. Like I said, if it could fit in that smaller area, you know, to the south of the house, I would say, yes, I would agree with it, but that location there.
Reason we don't want it on the south. Consume their whole backyard. That's how we get it out of our house from our
Yeah.
garage.
Yeah.
That's the heavy track.
Yeah.
So,
Put you down as a second for that motion.
Sure.
we'll send it to full board with no action from the planning commission. All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion to adjourn?
So move.
And we're adjourned. Thank you. Second Monday.
Second month, yeah.
6:30.
Yeah, you'll be at the top of the agenda.
Stay out that way.
You'll be straight out the front. Yeah, you'll be at the very first thing.
thank you.
let me hit, let me stop.
Pause or stop, I'm sorry.